How to find Ikigai to stay healthy after the age of 60. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai diet and Ikigai biohacking. Okay. Oh yeah, I just received the award certificate. Yeah, I told you that I won an award called the Outstanding Performance Award of the NECPAP POD Award 2022 on March 23rd. And then the certificate has arrived. Yeah. Okay, so how to find Ikigai to stay healthy after the age of 60? Yeah, so Ikigai is one of the factors of centenarians in blue zones, and it is considered that it is good to have Ikigai if we want to live longer. Yeah. Now, Ikigai has two meanings. One is a daily joy or pleasure that motivates you to live. Yeah. The second meaning is more like a life purpose or life goal that really drives you to kind of continue living and keep going. Okay. So today I'm talking about the first meaning of Ikigai, like daily joy or pleasure that motivates you to live. Now, the example is like morning walk or morning coffee or spending some time with your grandchildren. Yeah, something small is okay that kind of gives you a meaning to continue living. Yeah, right. Now, some Ikigais are directly related to your physical well-being. Yeah, while other Ikigai may not necessarily relate to your physical well-being, even though they all stimulate your mind. Yeah, since it gives you motivation, it is good for your mind. Therefore, it indirectly affects your overall well-being. But some activities can directly promote your physical health. Yeah, such as like walking, Nordic walking, running, or hiking. Yeah, or HIIT. Or any other kind of like, maybe gym training, mountain climbing, cycling. Yeah, all those physical exercises can directly promote your physical health, and it can become your Ikigai. It can become a source of motivation, right? So it is a good idea to maybe include at least one of these activities as your daily Ikigais, right? Okay, so today I will share with you especially the kind of Ikigais or kind of activity that can be your Ikigais if you are over 60 years old, right? The idea here is to find some sustainable ways, some activity that you can continue doing it. And one factor is challenging enough, but not too challenging, right? Because when you become, after the age of 60, you're not as, energetic as before. Yeah, you're not as determined as before. So you need to find a very easy activity. You don't want to push yourself too much. Yeah. For example, running, some people enjoy running. So running can become your Ikigai. Yeah. And if you can do that, I recommend you do it. It's a really great exercise to promote your health. On the other hand, for some people, running is a little difficult. Number one, you need to get changed to a gym clothes, right? And then maybe before running, you might do some stretching and so on. And then finally, you start running. But initially, your legs feel very heavy, yeah? And then for the first 10 minutes, it's a little painful, Yeah, so you have to pass that stage to become comfortable, to become the kind of a running flow or so-called running high. To experience your running high, you need to run maybe for 20 minutes or so. Yeah, but the initial 10 minutes is the hardest part, right? And then sometime you become reluctant to go running because of that. Yeah, walking or Nordic walking, on the other hand, is much easier. Number one, you don't need to get changed. You can just go walking with your regular clothes. It's just like going to a store or going to the library. Yeah, the same thing. You just go just for a walk, right? You just need to just use Nordic pose. Yeah, and then, I mean, it is better to do stretching, but you don't have to do stretching to go Nordic walking. And then from the beginning, you can enjoy it. It's relaxing, it's comfortable. You can, look at the scenery, and therefore it is so much easier to do it every single day. Because the idea is to do it regularly. Yeah, probably every day. Not 7 days a week, but 5 days a week. Yeah, to do it. Yeah, the activity that is challenging enough but not too challenging. Yeah, is suitable. Yeah. The second factor is having a purpose. Having a purpose other than the workout itself. Yeah. Example is gardening. Yeah, because when you do a gardening, when you grow vegetables, yeah, it is a great exercise, but you're not doing it for the sake of exercise. You have a purpose, that is to grow vegetables. Yeah, and you have a goal to harvest your plant. Yeah, if you're growing potatoes, for example, you first plant potatoes in March, and then you harvest potatoes maybe in June or July, right? You're working in your garden, yeah, to achieve that goal of harvest. Yeah, and that is something, it becomes your Ikigai more easily because you have a purpose. Yeah, and kind of be in touch with a kind of food production or food acquisition process is very much part of our wildness, our wild side of our being, yeah, to obtain food. Yeah, so it is a good Ikigai to have, and gardening is fun, and you get to experience so many things, like observe insects and observe all kind of plants, including weeds. And then you also are dependent, you depend on the weather. So you become more aware of the weather and the season and the natural rhythm in general. Yeah, so it's a great Ikigai to have. And so having a purpose is a good way for you to have your Ikigai, to make it your Ikigai. Things like intermittent fasting, for example, the act of fasting itself is not so fun. Yeah, it's not like going for a walk. Yeah, it's you just have to endure. Yeah, and but intermittent fasting is my Ikigai now. Yeah, because especially when you practice Hare and Kei intermittent fasting, and that is where you fast only for 5 days a week, and then you take a break on the weekend. Yeah, so every week I set a goal to fast just 5 days until Friday. I mean, when I say fast 5 days, not continuously, just 17 hours each day. So 17 hours fast 5 days a week. So the Friday lunchtime is my goal. Yeah, then the Friday lunchtime comes, I feel the sense of accomplishment. Yeah, it is such a fulfilling feeling that each week you can look forward to that moment. So I look forward to the weekend, not so much to rest, but to have the feeling of this fulfillment. Yeah, therefore, Hare and Kei, intermittent fasting, can become your Ikigai more easily than regular intermittent fasting, right? Now, so to have a purpose, for any activity, you can consciously set a goal. Yeah. For example, when you go Nordic walking, a daily walk itself doesn't have any purpose or goal. You just go for a walk. Yeah. However, maybe once every 3 months or once every 2 months, you can plan a longer walk, or maybe you can go trekking or something, and then that becomes your goal. So you go Nordic walking every day, yeah, to prepare for your longer trekking. Yeah. When you go running, you can maybe try a marathon or half marathon, or just even like 10 kilometers, marathon, and so on. Yeah. And that can motivate you. Yeah. So every day's running doesn't have a goal, but if you set a marathon goal, then you can go running to prepare for the longer running event. And then finally, the best Ikigai to have is Ikigai biohacking. Yes, Ikigai biohacking itself can become your Ikigai. Yeah, and then I mean that's biohacking in general. Yeah, biohackers, yeah, often make biohacking their hobby, and many of them are hooked. Yeah, doing biohacking. It's really fun. It's fun to gather information about your health. It's fun to think about, different methods of, the wellness, such as, intermittent fasting or certain exercises, certain kind of diet, certain superfood that are good for you and so on. It is mentally stimulating to think about all those things, but also because you do various different activities, it doesn't become mundane. Yeah, you every time you do something, you have a fresh feeling. Yeah, and so it is good for your mind, and of course it's good for your body. And Ikigai biohacking includes some mental work as well, mental work and spiritual work. Yeah, it is a very much holistic activity. Therefore, you stimulate yourself from all angles, physically, mentally, spiritually, and you are always excited about living. So life itself becomes fun. Yeah, in many ways, and of course, in the case of Ikigai biohacking, you have a purpose, you have a life purpose or life goal. Therefore, it becomes truly your Ikigai, right? To sum up, yeah, how to find Ikigai to stay healthy after the age of 60, you can do some physical exercise type activities, such as Nordic walking or running, yeah, and choose an activity that is challenging enough, but not too challenging, an activity that you can have some kind of purpose. Yeah, and then you can set a goal, like maybe doing some more challenging event once every 3 months or so, right? Okay, so thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I'm the author of the Ikigai diet and Ikigai biohacking. Yeah, so in the Ikigai diet book, in the last chapter, that is chapter 17, how to find and live your Ikigai. Yeah, in this chapter, yeah, I describe how to find your Ikigai, how to find your Ikigai more in detail. Yeah, so please read the book. Okay. And also, I'm giving a webinar on April 21st, yeah, 10 o'clock in the morning, Japan time, which is April 20th in the evening, North American time. Yeah, yeah, the detail is in the website, and I put the link below in the description box. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai.